Our stand. 1. The government, in particular the Minister of Education, lacked the political will, capacity, and willingness to bring the matter to an end. As such, he should resign with immediate effect. 2. Failure of the government to resolve the matter within the stipulated time. The CNG Students' Wing will join hands with National Association of Nigerian Students in ensuring total shutdown of the country. 3. We condemn the failure of stakeholders to summon the courage to speak out and stand with us in these trying times. 4. When people who are elected into office are different or afraid to stand for what is right and just, then the situation is hopeless. It is unfortunate that people in government today who once in their life history benefited from the generosity and welfare of the Nigerian state are now denying the same for the new generation. This singular act has not showcased government's responsiveness towards promoting inclusive education. This is disheartening to all well-meaning Nigerians, and we urge the government to reconsider and rescind its decision. In line with the above, we hereby directed all national escorts, state structures, campus structures, faculty senators, and departmental ambassadors to commence massive public mobilization in readiness for an impending National Day of Action. While we commend the effort of the APEC students body, the National Association of Nigerian Students, in calling attention to the implication of such actions, we condemn with all our might the shameful walkout announced by the Minister of Education. We see the action of the minister as a gross show of unconscionable immorality, insensitivity, and impunity abhorrent to the collective sensibilities of the students, parents, and indeed the country at large. Observations. 1. ASU strike have done more harm than good to the education sector, with students and their parents forced to bear the burden of most of the occurring cost from the occurrences. 2. Aside the increasing rate of school dropouts, not a few citizens have lost hope in the Nigerian education systems. Parents who can afford to send their children abroad for education are now doing so, and those who cannot afford the bills register their children in privately owned universities in the country. In an August 2021 report titled ASU Federal Government Vicar over Unfulfilled Agreement published by The Guardian, Nigeria loses 1.5 trillion per annum to overseas studies. Neighboring West African countries such as Ghana, Uganda, and Benin Republic, who were formerly not at par with Nigeria in the area of standard education, now come across as better alternative for Nigerians seeking quality education on the African continent. From the north to the south, the conclusion on the attendance of federal and state-owned universities is troubling. Everyone believes children of lower citizens make up the mass of students attending these institutions. Apart from the above-mentioned effects of long, winding academic interruption, the quality of education dished to students is far from laudable. Regular strike rob up academic time from school calendars and open resumption. Academics tends to rush academic work, which might mean foregoing important part of the coursework. Untimely, this has a knock-on effect on the intellectual capacity of the student. Embarking on strike causes students to spend more time than the statutory duration in school. This has an effect not only on employment pattern, where age is an important consideration for entry-level jobs, but also in one-year NYSC mandatory service. An increase in youthful crime and immorality is not all related to the incessant ASU strikes. Lack of vision and mission makes a handful of youths wander about with no direction. Those engaging in all sorts of illegal businesses like cybercrime, gambling, fraudulent activities, drug abuse, prostitution, among others. The federal government and ASU have been at loggerhead over the failure of the former to fulfill some of the agreement it made as far back as 2009. The agreements include a breakdown of lecturers, salary structure, loans, pension, overtimes, and moderation of examination. One patent demand from the agreement is the allocation of the 26% Nigeria's annual budget to the education sector. Still, the demand remains unmet.